It's the 7th of May. It's the day before the back of the landing net carp match at Todber Manor. And I thought I'd do a little sort of video blog on putting things together before I go. Because I actually live in Swansea and Todber Manor's in Dorset. It's close to, I think it's close to 4 hours drive there. So it's going to be a bit of a trek. I'm going to set off stupid o'clock in the morning and hopefully get there in time for the sort of, what do they call it, the weigh-in? No, not the weigh-in. For the draw. The draw. Right. Yeah, so I've never fished wadmill, Todber Manor, but I've got a pretty good idea of what it's like. It's going to be a bit of a runs water, a big head of fish, and it's just... So my approach would be to that is try something. If it doesn't work within like a certain amount of time, try something else and just keep trying something until you hit onto the fish. So I've just got everything that I can think of that can catch carp. I've got very basics. I'm going to throw my maggot feeder out, and I've got sort of a tub of maggots. I've got 2 pints of them, especially for today. What else have I got? Meat. What I've got here is chopped chunks of spam and the, like the cheap Frankfurter sausages. I've got the standard. What is the standard at the moment? Got mainline cell, pedigree trim mixers. All I'm going to do is mix up a small tub of them, just in case I manage to see any on the top. Check them out. If they start feeding, then quickly change over rigs and have a bit of float fishing. They might work, they might not. You never know, because the weather doesn't look too amazing. What I'm going to do, because there's a lot of fish in there, one of my main poses of attack is going to be a single method feeder, not smashing it out, but so what I use for a method feeder is I usually just chuck everything that I've got spare in the freezer and just sling that in there. So if you can remember, well, from the session of the day, I've still got a pint of maggots. I've actually, after the session, instead of chucking them in the lake or binning them, froze them down. Ideal start to a method mix for me. I got the boilies from the on the school night session. So I'm going to slop them in. So they quite goopy, and that's all the flavours and all the mixtures are going to be there. I'm going to tin over at the moment, but value corn, chuck a couple of them in there. I have got Cotswolds marine halibut pellets. I'm going to chuck a load of that in there, and I've also got some high oil trout pellets. Chuck a load of them in there. The whole lot, once the pellets start to break down, it'll bind up and fit on the feeder, so you've got an ideal method mix. You don't have to spend money on buying specially designed method mixes. I think I've pretty much covered every base I could think of, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so I might start the blog stupid o'clock in the morning when I do get up. I might not, I might just start it when I arrive at Todber. But until then, alright then, ta-da! Oh, get another light on here. Yeah, that's right, it's 3:24. So, I'm up, car's loaded with crap behind me, and I'm about to hit the road. I suppose that's it. I'll see you when I get to Dorset. Right then, it's just gone 5 o'clock, and I'm officially in England, and I've just taken the turn off to go to Bath, so I've got to start cutting down the country now. Go to the southern part of England and eventually find Dorset. So yeah, I'm gonna have parked up now, have a little stretch of my legs, and then back on the road then. Right then, see you when we get there. Right, I'm here.
Just driven through the gates of Todber Manor. Running a bit late. One thing I am going to start now, so I was going by handwritten instructions that I've written myself from Google Maps, and there's a lot of turn left when the road actually just bends left. So I was looking for left turn-ins and right turn-ins that weren't there, and that turning around, double checking myself, took me an extra, what, 40 minutes. So now I'm here, sun's up, let's get a bit of fishing in. So the next, so this will be the end of the prequel, and the next will be the match. Alright then, ta-da!
Oh, 25? 25? That's a prize winner! There's only 24 pence. There's only 24.
Alright then, so I'm in the car park of Wadmill Lake. It's actually across the road from Todber. I was expecting it sort of on one complex. I didn't expect it to be a main road in between them, but that didn't really matter anyway. So I've picked peg 20. Don't know what that is, so I'll see when I get there. Right then, I gotta unload the car, get round to the swim, and we'll see how I do. Alright then, I'll catch you later. So, all the rods are out. Well, I got 2 carp rods out now. So, when I started off, thought I'd give the maggots a go. For the first sort of like 20 minutes I was fishing maggot feeder, maggots on the hook. I ended up with 3 roach. One of them was quite nice size, but still it's a carp match. So I quickly sort of give up on that for a bit. I was feeding maggots. I thought perhaps I should sort of keep it going. Perhaps the carp will move in, but no, it's time, innit? Feeding up. So yeah, so I've retired the maggot feeder. Maybe I'll bring it back out later on, I don't know. But the method mix I obviously made, method feeder, is going out on the corner of the reeds by there. So I've had a couple of knocks on that. I'm getting knocks every now and again. So yeah, the ball is a bit stodgy, so I might put a tiny bit of water in it because it's not breaking away from the feeder. But when I get that right, that should be perfect for that. And then the third rod, I've gone halfway out into the lake. Not third rod, second rod. Gone halfway out into the lake with just a single set of boilies, small piece of green plastic pop-up corn, and a small bag of boilies, nothing crushed up or anything. And that's it for now. It's well, Jay and Chris have been round. There's a few fish being caught. I'm still yet to get off the mark, carp-wise. So yeah, watch your space. Well, that's the first fish for the match. I'm not sure the weight. We're going to weigh it and see what happens. 6 pound now, is it?
He's a putter backer. What's going down now? 8-7.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're happy with that.
Yep.
Video.
So that's the first fish. What was it? 8 pounds.
8-7.
8.7. So I'm off the mark at least, anyway. Okay then. So we're about halfway through now. So there are burgers. I'm still on 1 fish. Hang on for the next update, see what happens. Alright. So, this is my peg. Wind's been blowing in here all day, and there's fish coming from those pegs up there, but been quite slow this way down from me down really. So maybe I've killed it. I don't know. I seem to be the last in the row of people having runs. Or someone's having a run over the other side there. There's fish active around the lakes. It's just a matter of I suppose waiting until they get to me. I suppose I've done a fair bit of baiting, and you've got to wait for the fish to come along. I suppose. I spoke to some people who have fished it. They said that the fish seem to sort of shoal around, and you'll get like bundles of runs at once, and then it'll just die off. And of course, I've had that one run. I did have another one after it, and I struck out of it. So I've had, technically, I suppose I've had 2 runs, 1 fish on the bank. So it's just a waiting game now. Been waiting for the last 4 hours, but there you go. I can still get somewhere if that shoal comes on and parks in front of my peg. All right then, I'll speak to you later. It's been a long time since an update. Still only 1 fish out for me. It seemed to totally dried up this side of the lake, and it has been like that since I had that first fish. So I'm quite glad I did have that. It's now just gone 5 o'clock, so we've got about 45 minutes left before everything starts heading towards the weigh-in. I think there's behind the side of me here is probably in with a good shout, and I got is it Chris, the sleepy fisherman, next peg up, so they've got quite good bags. They're just not coming down this far. I've piled out probably about 1.5 kilos of method mix and all that onto the corner of the reeds, but there. And they've just been putting bags on the other rod and swinging it out, and every now and again trying something different, sort of like give that 40-50 minutes and then bring that in, try something else, and it's just not getting the pickup. So I thought this was supposed to be a runs water anyway. I don't know, must be me. Alright then, I suppose I'll see you, unless I have something in the next 45 minutes, I'll see you at the weigh-in. Alright then, ta-da. Right, I'm loading the car now, and I did on that one carp, 8 pounds 7 ounces. Actually, in the rankings, I don't think I've done too bad. Out of those 22, so I'll probably find out what I've done with that. It just seemed that the fish were pocketed in a couple of swims, and the people fishing those swims just really bagged up. Everybody else was just taking slim pickings. But yeah, let's see the weigh-in and see what happens, and I'll speak to you after that. Alright then. Ta-da.
Left out or went a bit mad. What did I do?
Go for it.
Yeah, well, just keep taking it.
Yeah. Right, first of all, we'd like to thank everyone for coming. It's been a really nice sunny day with a slight breeze, and most guys have thought the ones that didn't, they were bad swims. It wasn't the fishermen. But we're going to kick off straight away. Yeah. We're just going to crack straight through these guys. We're just going to crack crack away.
First of all, there's fun prizes. The total age, which you all guessed at, is actually 501. So, Chris, you guessed 500, mate. Come up and get a little prize.
Another prize.
Is it? There you go, mate.
Cheers.
Alright, mate, you might come back in a minute.
Cheers.
Well done.
Right, and the closest to the winning weight was Dan Jones, who guessed £113.
Whoa.
Oh, there he is.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done, Dan.
Could have done with them in the match.
Right, we'll start it off. I think we'll go reward for the biggest fish caught during the match was Chris Fennell. Well done, Chris. Fifth place with £53 10 ounces was Jack Chandler. Well done, Jack.
Decent trophy anyway. That's nice.
Fourth place with £55 and 12 ounces. Dan Trooper.
Well done, Dan.
Third place, Matt Ellis, £73 9 ounce.
Well done, Matthew.
Second place, Chris Fennell with £81 90 ounces.
He's done alright, hasn't he? Does he win a prize for the most prizes?
Right, really outstanding. It's a good £30 more than anyone else, and he's been like a machine all day, just keeping at it. It's Chris Wesley with an incredible £111 11 ounces. All the ones.
Chris. There you go. Just to present you the trophy. Come around here. Present you the trophy. The guy who made it. Many hours. It's absolutely stunning. Chris, well done, mate.
Alright, got it? on the cheek.
Have you seen his shorts?
That's it. Well done, Chris.
Alright, well done, mate.
We just want to thank everyone for coming, even if you've just come down the road or you've come from a different bloody country. Thanks, Dan.
It's an international event now.
Huge thanks as well to Todber Manor. They don't normally let us fish on this lake for a match, so we're hugely grateful to them. Nash Baits, CC Moore, Mistral, and Todber Manor for donating the whole of the Chris. So just thanks a lot, guys, and see you in the other one. Guys, right, everybody fishing the match has got a little present here. Pick it up.
Alright then, it's about 11:15. I got in about 10 minutes ago. Just dragged all the stuff out of the car. So it's in the garage now. Yeah, that was a bit of a run. Mileometer on the clock means that with detours, it was 307-mile round trip. It's a bit of a kick that was. But I had fun. I enjoyed myself, and yeah, that was the fish weren't there, but I still had fun. So it was a good day. Yeah, so thanks to Chris and Jay for that. I got my medallion for taking part. I think I finished. I think it was 12th. With that one fish, so it shows that it was hard if you weren't on the right peg, as Jay said. Yeah. So yeah. What more can you ask? Two guys on YouTube, start their own channel, host competitions with prizes and everything for just other YouTubers or carp anglers. I think that's outstanding, and now I've actually physically met them. Two honest gentlemen.
Let's have a look. Oh, I got prizes as well. I won the a bag of the I-40s, and everyone had a small bag of the rose hip isotonic and the strobe baits that they've been raving about. So I'm going to give them a bash and see if I can't make a little dent in the fend rod. Maybe if they work, carry on with them. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I think my brain's a bit fried now. I've been awake now for well over 20 hours, and a good like 9 of that was sitting behind the wheel of my car. So probably what I'm saying now isn't making any sense at all. But yeah. Until next time, I'll see you then. So, back of the landing net.